Voyager 1 finally crosses into interstellar space. CBS News. cbsnews.com/cbs evening news/cbs this morning/48 hours/60 minutes/Sunday morning/face the nation. Video. U.S. World. Politics. Entertainment. Health. Money Watch. Sci-tech. Crime. Sports. More blogs. The feed battleground. The WH Web Shout 60 Overtime. Face-to-face resources. Mobile radio. Local. Log in. Join cbsnews.com. Sign in with profile. Manage my newsletter subscriptions. Update my email address. Change my password. Log out. By William Harwood/CBS News/September 12, 2013, 5:51 p.m. Voyager 1 finally crosses into interstellar space. Play CBS News video. Covering nearly 1 million miles a day, NASA's nuclear-powered Voyager 1 spacecraft, 36 years and 12 billion miles from Earth, has crossed the boundary between the Sun's influence and interstellar space, sailing into the vast gulf between the stars to become humanity's first true starship, scientists announced Thursday. 16 photos. A decade of incredible photos from Spitzer Space Telescope. 8 photos. Earth from space. 7 photos. Springtime on Mars. In leaving the solar system and setting sail on the cosmic seas between the stars, Voyager has joined the other historic journeys of exploration, such as the first circumnavigation of the Earth and the first footprint on the Moon, said Voyager project scientist Ed Stone. This historic step is even more exciting because it marks the beginning of a new era of exploration for Voyager, the exploration of the space between the stars. The Sun, its planets, moons, asteroids and comets are embedded in a vast, somewhat teardrop-shaped region, or bubble, in space known as the heliosphere. The heliosphere is defined by the Sun's magnetic field and is filled with electrically charged particles blasted away from the Sun in all directions, the solar wind. Voyager 1 reached the boundary of the heliosphere in 2004, a milestone marked by readings showing the speed of the solar wind had dropped below that of sound. But it took another 9 years to complete the crossing and move out into interstellar space. The transition actually occurred in August 2012, but an instrument that would have confirmed the failed in 1980, forcing scientists to rely on less direct methods of observation. As it turned out, the Sun cooperated, blasting huge clouds of charged particles and magnetic energy in Voyager 1's direction in March 2012. When the particles finally got there 13 months later, they created detectable vibrations in the electrically charged plasma surrounding the spacecraft. After studying those waves, scientists concluded the density of the material was 40 times higher than it would be if Voyager 1 was still in the heliosphere. Reviewing archived data, the science team saw similar, though fainter, vibrations in October and November of 2012. Comparing the events, the team concluded Voyager 1 moved into interstellar space in August 2012. Voyager 1 has bid a fond farewell to our solar system. /NASA. The atmosphere of the Sun expands supersonically, 1 million miles per hour, creating a huge bubble around all the planets that's called the heliosphere, Stone said. And inside that bubble, it's filled with the wind from the Sun, which is an electrically charged plasma, and that plasma carries out from the Sun's magnetic field. And that fills this bubble. Outside this bubble, the plasma comes from the explosions of other giant stars millions of years ago, and that plasma carries with it the magnetic field of the galaxy. So that's what's inside. We are now outside. Gurnet, leader of Voyager 1's plasma wave experiment at the University of Iowa, announced a milestone in a paper published in Thursday's issue of the journal Science. We literally jumped out of our seats when we saw these oscillations in our data. They showed us the spacecraft was in an entirely new region, comparable to what was expected in interstellar space, and totally different than in the solar bubble, Gurnet said in a NASA statement. Clearly we had passed through the heliosphere, which is the long hypothesized boundary between the solar plasma and the interstellar plasma. Garrett Zank, director of the Center for Space Plasma and Aeronomic Research at the University of Alabama Huntsville, said there was no other explanation for the denser, cooler plasma that Voyager 1 is flying through, and I think we're obliged to conclude we are, in fact, in the interstellar medium. This is truly a remarkable achievement, he said. It's very hard for us to comprehend the space age started 55 years ago, and in that period we've actually